Hey there, readers and writers. Thanks for joining me again. Yesterday, you read a new article and drew a picture of the water cycle. You also determined the central message of the text. Today, we're going to do a bit of close reading. Remember our guiding questions. These two questions will help guide your thinking and learning throughout this unit of study. Why are the world's freshwater sources threatened? And how do people persuade others to take action to contribute to a better world? Remember, persuade means to convince or cause someone to believe in something. Let's make sure that you have everything you need for today's lesson. First, make sure you have a copy of the text Water on Earth. We'll be using this text all week. It's located in your ELA packet on page 8. You'll also need a copy of Lesson 2 and your Lesson 2 note catchers, which are on pages 12 and 13 of your ELA packet. You're also going to need a pencil to write with. Make sure it's nice and sharp and ready to write. Pause the video here and make sure you're going to have all of your materials you need for this lesson. The learning target for this lesson is, I can determine the main idea and supporting details of a text. A main idea, just like the central message that we talked about yesterday, is a big idea that the author wants you to understand and take away from reading a text. A supporting detail is a detail in the text, like facts and pieces of information that help you understand that big idea. First, read Water on Earth with your family member, caregiver, or friend. Then have them reread aloud the sections titled Evaporation, Condensation, Precipitation, and States of Water. You'll be working closely with these sections of the text today. If you'd like, go back to Lesson 1 video to hear the text read aloud to you. Pause here and do your reading. Remember that a main idea, just like that central message, is a big idea that the author wants you to understand and take away from reading a text. And a supporting detail is a detail in the text, like facts and pieces of information that help you understand that big idea or main idea. Now that you've read the text, I'd like you to think to yourself about this question. What is the main idea and supporting details of the sections that you just heard? Pause the video here if you need some extra time to think. Now it's time to talk about the text with a family member, caregiver, or friend. Make sure that you pause the recording after each question so that everyone has a chance to share. Question 1, what is the main idea of these sections? And how do you know? Make sure to look back at the text. Go ahead and pause while you talk about this one. All right, for question 2, what is one supporting detail from each of these sections? Go ahead and pause the video here and discuss. Great. Now that you've read, thought, and talked about the text, it's time to write. Turn to the Lesson 2 note catcher on page 13 of your ELA packet. Your task is to write the main idea of these sections, evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and states of water, in that first box of the note catcher. Then, for each of these sections, write one supporting detail that helps you understand the main idea. Remember what you just talked about. Pause here and complete your task. Nice job. It's time for us to wrap up this lesson. Make sure you share your writing with someone and tell them why you chose to write what you did. Also, please remember to spend 20 minutes reading with a family member, caregiver, or friend. Also, I want you to work on your fluency practice. Ask an adult to read the text to you and follow along. Then practice reading the text at least 2 times on your own. That's it for today. Thanks for joining and learning with me again. I'm looking forward to working with you again tomorrow. We'll be doing Lesson 3 and some more close reading and finding the main idea of the text. Bye.